Where is the freedom? The freedom tradition. Where is the freedom? The freedom tradition. Repeat. Where is the freedom? The freedom tradition. Where is the freedom? The freedom tradition. We had a tradition of freedom here, to which much lip service is still given. You might take it for our reality, but it's not the way we've been living. Not anymore. Not anymore. We had a tradition of freedom here, and its fame spread far and wide. And the people come from all the oppressed land. Boy, they realized it had died somewhere inside us. Somewhere inside. Now it's not where is the freedom, but where it is. Where is the freedom? Where the freedom tradition? Where the freedom? Where the freedom tradition? Where the believer? The freedom tradition. Still the believer. In the freedom tradition. We have a tradition of freedom here. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm going to keep this short. I wrote this book, and it's because maybe I wrote it. Took an idealistic person to write it. I was a teacher and a military guy. I had patriotic ideals, and I was naive throughout my life. Kind of a sucker, a soft touch, and moved by the suffering of other people, moved by oppression and injustice, and moved by people taking great risks. And I had a sense of fair play and a sense of right. I believed what I was taught in school, elementary school and high school, the history lessons. Believe my Sunday school teachers, believe my government. So you can sense from that last remark that I started becoming cynical at times. Anyway, what happened behind this whole story is in 1993, the Golden Venture ship of people from China came and shipwrecked off the coast of New York. And I saw it in the New York Post, which is our right-wing paper of choice in my house.
And, sports section.
It was on the front page. And I was just blown away by that. And people making that great attempt to come to the United States. I assume they were all coming for freedom or economic opportunity, had noble ideas, and maybe I was wrong with some of those people. I don't know. Maybe we were wrong. But then even more awesome was that a short while later they were appearing in our front pages of our local newspaper, because over 100 of these people were taken for detention by the INS into York County Prison. I'm going, oh my God, I got to do something. You know, this is, you can't put these people in prison. You got to show them, extending a helping hand. Well, I was paralyzed, and I didn't, not really paralyzed, but I just didn't figure out what to do. And then you had one of these spiritual coincidences that they talk about, I'm just reading about, where my friend Joan, who was a pastor, I met her at a party. She said, we're having a vigil. I said, oh, I know what it's all about, right? It's for these Chinese guys in the prison. That's right. So she said, are you going to come? I said, I don't know. She said, we need a guitarist with help with the music. I said, well, I think I have tennis on Sunday afternoon and stuff. That's the ticket, tennis. See, all of a sudden I was afraid to go. I'd never done anything as an activist, so suddenly I said, oh, well, I'll go. All right, I'll be there. And I went, I was hoping I wouldn't like this little vigil that was across from the prison, showing support for, our purpose was to show support for fair play for the Chinese detainees, get them fair hearings, because the Clinton government was having another gate, a Clinton gate, I mean a Chinese detention gate, trying to ship these people back to China without fair hearings for each individual as to their asylum claims. So I went to the vigil, and my friend Joan had arranged for the congressman to be there, and local TV. It was like, this is too much, you know. But actually, I enjoyed it. I had a great time. I was exhilarated. I felt like I'm striking a blow for freedom. And I was moved by the idea of people seeking asylum. Not that these people originally were seeking asylum, because they were sneaking into the U.S. but on that Chinese ship. They were being smuggled in. But now some of them were seeking asylum, and they might have legitimate reasons, so legitimate claims for asylum. So I was just moved. The whole thing was moving to me that they would take such a drastic step, that they would feel the necessity to do so, to come to this country, you know, and that they would separate from their families and take that huge step, that they might have been suffering oppression and repression, and they might have been suffering torture and idealism, or rather death even. Some of them, as it turns out, when we were supporting people from other countries as well as China who were in detention, they had lost family members. So, and they were all suffering from great uncertainty in their life. They'd been planning, maybe some of them had been planning freedom. And their hopes were dashed. They were in prison for an indefinite period of time. You know, it's just not even they're treated like worse than a criminal in a way, because they didn't know when they would be released. So it was tragic in a lot of ways, tragic for our country that we've come to that state. And they must have felt betrayed in their ideals, and then we were betraying our own ideals as a country. So I was moved by all this, and then the threat of the deportation was there. In fact, that it was thought that they might be, it was feared that they might be deported all at once, and in one fell swoop, and they might, some of them have to go back to grade